I'm in my birthing tub. It's actually just my bathtub, but it's where I'm going to give birth here in who knows how long. It can literally happen anytime. I could go into labor while I'm making this video. Today I am 37 weeks pregnant, and that officially crosses the threshold into me being able to give birth at home without having to transfer immediately to a hospital if labor were to start. So I'm super excited to be at this specific milestone in my pregnancy because baby boy dropped pretty low a couple of weeks ago, and we have been seriously trying to make sure that I don't go into labor. So it's just really exciting to know that as of today, it is officially okay for me to birth in the way that I feel most comfortable. And I think that's the most important thing when it comes to preparing for your birth, whether it is a home birth, a hospital birth, a birth center, you're renting an Airbnb and you're birthing in somebody else's living room, whatever it is that you choose to do for your birth, make sure that you are in the place that you feel most comfortable and you feel safe. Other than that, I don't care how you give birth. Today, we are going to go over all of the supplies and things that I have gathered to prepare for my home birth, and also what's in case I have to transfer to the hospital bag. That is something I did not do with my first that I don't regret not doing because we didn't transfer to the hospital. But since this baby dropped so early, I made sure that I had a hospital bag packed in case we went into labor last week, because that would have really, really, really sucked to not have ready. So let me get out of this tub and show you what we got. Okay, this is my birth checklist from my midwife. It's a parent's checklist for home birth supplies. There's a whole bunch of information in here. My husband's PTO paperwork somehow. And you see I use the back of it for to-do list items. Fetal kick count chart, diet diary in case you need it, information about real food, some good ideas to do during your pregnancy, self-care, that kind of stuff. But the most important part of this piece of paperwork to me is this list. What do you need for the day that you finally go into labor and we are ready to get this baby out. Whew. We're getting there, guys. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over is what is in my personal bag for home aftercare, so that everybody knows where everything is, because I don't need somebody digging through my dresser drawer trying to find underwear that I like. That's going to be in the bag. And I don't need to not be able to find the clothes that I want to wear and things like that. Those are already in the bag. So that's what we're going to go over first, and then we'll hit up all of the actual home birth supplies. This one is baby's first items. So on my checklist from my midwife, she wants baby's first clothes are 2 plain cotton onesies, a gown, a hat, socks, and 5 receiving blankets. The hat is actually in a different box because that comes with a whole bunch of stuff that the midwife had me order. I need to get socks in here, and those are currently in his dresser drawer. So if I didn't make it in there before the birth, it's not a big deal. I've got some long sleeve and some short sleeve onesies, and then I've also got the burp cloths that my mother-in-law made for my firstborn, and I didn't use them a lot for birth cloths because we didn't really have any spit up issues or anything like that, but we did use them for cleaning up messes. They're great with breastfeeding. So this is just stuff that I have in there for him, and I need to get a gown and socks in here. She also has 5 receiving blankets, and those are in a different bin. I have my Moby wrap in the bag ready to go. If I have to transfer to the hospital, I know I want my Moby wrap. If I don't have to transfer to the hospital, I do not want to have to look for my Moby wrap. This was amazing when my son was first born, and as much as I wish I could continue using it, and I really want to get a woven carrier, or a woven wrap carrier, so that I can use that with my oldest and with the new baby. this is going to be great for getting us started with baby wearing and some snuggles. I have my TENS kit that I've never opened, I've never used. I bought it years ago, and since people say that it can help with pain, I keep it on hand in case we need it. I've never used it. In this little bag, I have some baby toiletries, little comb, some clips for cloth diapers, a pacifier, and one of those nasal thingies. As I find baby toiletries items and I'm going through stuff, I'm just tossing them in the bag so that I know where they're at. These are my toiletries for if I get transferred. And honestly, I wanted to have these close to my bedside after my labor anyway, because there's like a hair clip in here. I've got some Castile soap towelettes, a little bit of makeup in case I want to take pictures and actually look like I'm alive, some deodorant, another hair clip, nail clippers, fingernail file, moisturizer, contact solution, thieves spray, a ponytail holder, all of the goodies that if I don't have to go looking for them, it's going to be nice to have this on my bedside table at any time. In this bag, we have diapers and wipes. These are disposables. I have a cloth diapering station set up for him, but we will not be doing cloth diapers for probably at least the first week as we're going through meconium and stuff like that. It's just really gross with the cloth, so we go with disposable. And I have a hairbrush. It is not the hairbrush I like, but I wanted to make sure there was a hairbrush in here in case we forgot the hairbrush I like. And my favorite blowout dryer, because I can use it on my hair when it's wet or dry and get a nice look that makes me feel like I'm put together. And if I'm in the hospital, I may want to feel put together. This bag has just a little baby pillow and a little baby swaddle that I used for pictures with my oldest, and since I'm having a boy again, I will probably use it for pictures with him. If I'm in the hospital, I want to make sure I have it. If I'm not, it's at least handy and accessible. Some more bobby pins, scrunchies, hair things, a wet bag, because you never know when you could need a wet bag, and I've got a ton of them, so I just threw one in here. And then I have my clothes, a couple of bralettes that I found really comfortable nursing with my first, a little black romper that's just comfortable to lay in. It's V-neck, so it'll make nursing really easy. I've got a matching jumpsuit for if we do go to the hospital, something for me to wear home. I bought it when I was pregnant with my first. And then I have my gown for afterbirth that I wore when I got ready for my wedding. After I gave birth to my first, and now after I give birth to my second. So it's just a very vintage style gown. We had a vintage style wedding, and I kind of love having that sentimentality. I will say, if you are packing your hospital bag, I highly suggest getting smaller cosmetic bags or wet bags or packing cubes to keep things in, because it'll help you stay more organized, especially if you need to get into that bag at any point in time before you go to the hospital. In the black bag is my linens, and a lot of these will, first of all, some of them are still needing to be laundered, so they are out there. All of my sheets, those need to be laundered, and those are getting done as we speak. So in here I have, it'll be 2 sets of sheets that will be ready to go on my bed when labor starts, so that way we are clean and ready to go. I've got Chuck's pads. I've got 2 more of these that I need to locate and put in here. My midwife asked for 4 pillowcases along with the 2 sets of sheets, so I've got 4 pillowcases in here. I'll probably have some more just because my sheets have pillowcases. And then some sort of mattress protection. So I found 70-inch round Piva tablecloths on clearance at Walmart for $5. They were originally $11.44, and I decided that this was going to be my mattress protection. So I got 2 of those, and I will be lasagna layering my bed in case any liquids or anything like that happen. And I will definitely show you guys how I do that on that video. So this is just for my linens, nothing else, just so everything is organized and easy to access. These items are all empty. We have a bowl for my placenta, a laundry basket. I was specifically asked to get a plastic laundry basket of some sort for dirty linens during birth. And I'm just keeping that in my bathroom for now. And then we've got 3 garbage bags and an empty, clean kitchen trash can. We actually don't even use a kitchen trash can in our house. We have like a 30-gallon trash can in our house because we don't have trash service. So I bought this new, and I'm considering keeping it in my bathroom. My mom mentioned that she has one in her bathroom that makes a huge difference. So I also got a roll top lid for it, even though my midwife wants no lid. So we're just gonna leave that in there. That way I don't lose the lid. In this basket, we have our towels, washcloths, receiving blankets, and hand towels. So on the list is 5 bath towels. She doesn't want beach towels or best towels. So nothing really thick. They're made to pop in the dryer so they can get warm right before baby comes and be there to keep mom and baby warm. The 6 to 8 hand towels, she wants soft ones. Old is good, no embroidery tags or anything like that. I cannot remember what the hand towels were supposed to be used for, but she did tell me. And I've got a ton of them in here. I just kept throwing old hand towels in. And then we've got 10 washcloths. She said white is best, old and tattered is fine, and those will be used as peri compresses. And I ended up buying an 18-pack of washcloths because I really don't keep washcloths in my house. I have reusable diaper wipes. I have a lot of microfiber, but I really don't have any cloth washcloths. And then I did gather any that I found in my house as I was going through things. So like these are reusable diaper wipes. These are all just kind of old tattered cloths. We can use these first, but that's what I got for those. And then all my hand towels are down here and all my bath towels. All of this stuff needs to be washed again, rinsed twice. She has a whole thing exactly how to do it. Do a second rinse and do not use fabric softener in wash or dryer. She wants them dried thoroughly on a hot setting, folded immediately, and it says loosely tied in 2 new kitchen bags, but we're just going to keep it in a basket. One's for baby's clothes and the other for everything else. And then it said like I needed 5 receiving blankets. But so far I've gathered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I know of like 4 more that are going in here. Because it's just nice to have everything together. So if we do end up needing more, we've got more. If we don't need them, I can just put them away where they belong. I use receiving blankets a lot for cloth diapering. So having so many available is really easy for me. And she wanted bigger ones, not little tiny receiving blankets. So I'm just gathering everything I can because I've got giant receiving blankets and I've got small receiving blankets. So that is the towels for my birth basket. And this is the final setup for all the medical supplies. I might have a couple more things that I find to throw in here, but this is the medical supplies box. A lot of this is stuff that was sent from in his hands on my midwife's birth kit, which was something new to me too because my first midwife didn't have a birth kit. So that was pretty cool to see. And then other stuff is things that I either have left over from my first birth or I needed to have for this birth. So Leftover for my first birth is some postpartum bath herbs, and so I've got those in there for our first bath. And I had one of those lovely diapers left over. I also had a perinatal cold pack left over. I actually never used one of these. And then on the birthing supplies list, my midwife asked for, and these came in the box, a peri bottle and 3 of the diapers. So those came in the box. I do have another peri bottle that I may add to here. I may not. I haven't really decided yet. I keep it in my son's room for diaper washing and stuff like that. And then they suggested maxi pads or the diapers. I used my reusable menstrual pads with my oldest. So I have those in here because I truly just prefer them. And if I can get away with that again this time, I absolutely will. If I can't, I've got these, and my mom will be here. I can send her to the store for more maxi pads. And then in this box, this is mostly stuff from In His Hands. The things that are not from In His Hands, I will actually show you first. So we needed a small bottle of some sort of oil. She gave some examples of almond oil, olive oil, coconut oil, something like that. I'm guessing this is for the first diaper because meconium is very hard to get off if you do not put oil on it. So she wanted it unopened. I had a couple of these sweet almond oils in my bathroom that have not been opened yet because I accidentally ordered too many on Subscribe and Save. So that was easy for me to grab. I have a new bottle of saffron extract ready to go for me after birth. Same thing with the lemon balm. Those are for me after birth in case I need them. With my first, I started to notice some mild postpartum depression symptoms, and that was what helped me. There's a whole study about the saffron, and my primary and I went over some different options, and that's what we decided to try first. It helped me a lot, so I wanted to make sure that I have those 2 things on hand for this postpartum period, and I want to keep them close to all of my medical supplies. Even though it's not something that I'll be taking right at the time of birth, I just want to have it there and available, so when we're in that postpartum foggy there are just a few things that I wanted to have on hand so that when we get to that postpartum fogginess and I can't remember where I put things, I know that they are with my medical supplies. And then we have a thermometer. This is just our digital thermometer that I bought off of Amazon a while back. Some vitamin K drops for baby in case we need them. And that is everything that I provided into this kit. The rest of the stuff is stuff that my midwife has on her list already. All I have to do is click her name and it adds everything. There's some surgical sponges, surgical scrub brush, I don't know, it's a sponge. Gloves and more gloves and sterile gloves and non-sterile gloves. And then this is a sterile syringe to clean out baby's mouth and stuff with. So this is all mostly for my midwife. But some things are in here just so that I know where they're at. And then in the box, same thing. This is all stuff that my midwife has on her kit. This is the baby hat that I was telling you about with his measuring tape, some Sani cloths. This is all newborn baby stuff that I'm not opening because that's exactly where she wants it. So these are 23 by 24 underpads. We've got fluff underpads. There's lubrication jelly in here. Plastic backed sheets. Just a whole bunch of medical supplies that I don't have to deal with. I just need to keep them together for my midwife. So that's everything that I'll be using for my actual birth. Other things that are on the supply list are things like a flashlight with fresh batteries. We use rechargeable flashlights in our house, so there's always flashlights charged up and they stay in a different room. I'm not going to pull them out until we are ready to go with baby, and then I'll grab one and have it in here in case we need it. A crock pot. I have 2 crock pots that are out in my kitchen. Those will be used for warm compresses, and my midwife and her assistant have easy access to them. They're right on top of my refrigerator. She knows where they are so that they can go ahead and set that up and do their thing. Drinks to hydrate and keep mom's energy up. Those are also not in my bathroom. They are in my kitchen and ready to go. I've also got a whole bunch of the squeezy, like Mio type stuff, but the Great Value brand from Walmart. So those will be delicious. And we want food in the house for labor and after the birth. I got that covered. I've got my pantry. I've been making sure to keep all of my protein bars, and the Better Nut bars from Sam's Club are amazing. So I've been keeping those in the house. I've got protein oatmeal, cereal, snacks, you name it, I've got it. We are ready to go. I've got a ton of stuff in the fridge that I'm keeping stocked just in case I go into labor. Things like charcuterie type stuff, fruits and vegetables, even leftovers. So that's covered. And then my mom will be here after birth to feed me. That's pretty much her job. Feed me and help take care of my son. And I need to find my fishnet. My fishnet is somewhere in my son's closet and I just need to pull it out. But that's because sometimes it happens when you're pushing. I didn't actually have it happen with my first. My fishnet was never opened and it was never used, but it happens. So that is everything for my home birth, and I'm super duper excited. Everything's all ready. I'm so much more prepared this time around than I was with my first. With my first, we woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I was in active labor and went to Walmart at 6 o'clock in the morning because that's what time they opened, and had to buy the 50-foot hose, diapers, and wipes in order to be able to even give birth in the tub that I had. And I needed diapers and wipes for when my son was born because I didn't have any. I hadn't gotten them yet. He was 10 days early and I was planning on going on Monday and he was born on Saturday. So I'm feeling really good that I'm super prepared this time around, and I'm really excited. I'm going to have a baby soon. If there's anything you think I missed or anything else that you would add to your home birth kit, leave it in a comment down below because I don't have long until I got to do this again.